warning, before you watch this video, just know that I'm not an expert. I'm just a doer. I've done this before, or currently doing it. I don't know, who knows. But any of the things that I teach on this YouTube channel are things that I either did or that I'm currently doing. If I stopped, it's because of time and the effort and all that, or I'm currently doing it on the side. This is one of the best side hustles you can start here in South Africa as a student. I recommend anybody who's either 16 to the ages of 25 to either start this or just start this. Do it. It's very simple. A little bit of effort, obviously, here and there, but like it's quite simple. Effort and gains, they're all good. I'm gonna try to explain as best as I can for anybody who's at the back.
Okay, welcome to the vision board, the idea board. It's quite simple. I don't know if you can see the drawings properly, but I'm just going to be explaining each and every section or icon on the vision board right here. So to start off, we're going to start off here. The only thing you have to invest in, or things that you have to use, the tools that you have to use, your investments basically, is just that you have to use your phone for content creation and for designing. You know, you're going to be using the phone is going to be doing most of the grunt work, because you're going to need your WhatsApp. You're going to be using it to design things like posters and stuff, and for content and contacts and all that. That's all you need. You only need your phone to start this business model. This is the amount of effort you're going to be putting in, or what you're going to be giving back in order for you to actually be successful in this whole business idea. You're going to have to put in the time, and obviously you're going to be moving around a lot, because you're going to be moving to and from, going to the supplier, going to get the supplies, going to deliver the supplies. That's all going to be you. You're going to be commuting all the time. You're going to be transporting all the time. So you don't have to worry about the transport money and how you're going to be buying the supplies. I'll get to that in a few minutes. This is a must. You're going to need WhatsApp. Preferably WhatsApp business, but if you can just use your actual WhatsApp, it doesn't matter. But I think WhatsApp business would work properly for this one, because it's fast, it's accessible, and it's popular. Everybody uses WhatsApp nowadays. No need to do fancy emails, and you don't even need a website for this. You don't need a website for this. That's how beautiful this model is. You don't need a website for this. Once you have the WhatsApp sorted and you have a phone, preferably an iPhone, but if you don't, just make do with what you have. Now you have to find a supplier. If you know, you know. Dragon Nest. If you know, you know. But if you don't, it's also okay. I can't be endorsing Dragon Nest for, because I don't know, because I don't want to be tied. But like, Dragon Nest is the best suppliers. This is where you find your suppliers. They sell everything to anything here. So if you get your supplier, you get their number, and you make sure you get the best supplier who has the most affordable and convenient prices for you, who can get you things that you actually need, or the things that you actually be looking for, because your clients are going to be coming to you on some, oh, I need this type of hair, oh, I need that type of hair, do you have this, do you have that? So you're going to need to respond fast, and if you don't have your supplier's number, you're going to be needing to go back. Imagine commuting from where you stay to the supplier just to go and ask something, and then the client says, oh no, I'm okay, nah, I'm not interested, maybe the price isn't right for me. So having your supplier's number is always a good idea, so you can ask them on hand, like, yo, do you have this? Yo, do you have that? Obviously, in this scenario, I hope everybody's on the same page. We're talking about hair. This is the niche. We're talking about hair. Everybody nowadays, every woman, even men, gay men, want hair. Do you understand? Everybody wants hair nowadays. Everybody's looking for this. Everywhere. If you look around, everybody has a new piece of hair. Everybody wants hair. It's like a monthly recurrence. Like, everybody's always doing hair. So there's a lot of money in the hair industry. Beauty industry, there's a shit ton of money. I won't lie to you. There's money in this whole thing. If you get this system right, you make a shit ton of money, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you are creative and you have a logo in mind and whatever, you can use Canva. You can go to Canva on your phone still. You can use the Chrome, or you can download the app, create a free Canva account. You go there, you design your logo, and you can literally design your price list, choose your colors. Once you choose your niche, you have to choose the type of colors that you want to go with, because your logo has to say, oh no, it's that one person. Or you can use your face, or like just maybe a mannequin with a head on it. Like you can take a picture of a mannequin with hair on it and just use it as your profile. But I think designing a logo is the best, because it looks more professional. It looks more, it looks more distinguished, rather than just using a random picture that's crusty and I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. But also AI plays a huge role in this. Shout out to AI. Shout out to ChatGPT. ChatGPT, the day you take over the world, please know that I was on your side from the jump. I'm joking. But like AI plays a huge role in this whole thing. You can, if you're not really creative with it, or you want some creative ideas, AI can literally generate ideas for you. You can use Gemini or ChatGPT, but ChatGPT is the best at this. Or you can use other tools. You can look up other tools that generate logos, but I find ChatGPT to be the best. You don't have to go overboard, by the way, with the logo. A simple logo is proper. You can just use your initial names or whatever. Like, it's simple. You have to, after you think about the business name or what you're gonna call it, maybe you're gonna use your name, like, let's say you're a girl, Sibahle's hair line or something, or Sibahle's lace wigs. I don't know. It depends on whatever you want to use or whatever you want to go with. It's all up to you. You have to use your brain. Just use your ideas. If you want to go with this design, this model, this business model, you just have to be willing to put in a little bit of effort, because nothing's for free. So you can generate a logo using ChatGPT. You can generate ideas. Like if you're lacking on something, like an idea on pricing or whatever, you can literally go to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT has a lot of information on it. Not to sound like a boomer or whatever, but just don't use ChatGPT like Google, bruh. ChatGPT is supposed to help you. ChatGPT will be your business partner. Do you understand? ChatGPT is the best business partner you can have. Once all this other stuff is set up, you need to create a social medias. I prefer these three: Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. But TikTok is your best friend. TikTok, your best friend. Trust me on this, bruh. TikTok, your best friend. Facebook follows, because Instagram is kind of fancy and bougie. Everybody on Instagram is trying to be cool. So building an audience on Instagram is kind of hard, but it's possible if you're consistent and you start off with reels. So when you're starting off on Instagram, I prefer not to start off by posting like pictures and carousels and stories, because no one is following you yet. Unless if you want to use an already made page, a personal page, but I don't recommend that. I recommend that you open a new account. But if you want to do that, you already have like a certain following or whatever, depending on what you've been posting before, and it aligns with this, I would say do it. But like if let's say your page is about like dancing, or you talk about mathematics, or you are a if you're a story time person, I feel like you can incorporate this type of business model in your content. You can incorporate this in your content. You just have to be smart about it. So you also have to think business wise. You have to put yourself in that business mindset, if you understand what I'm saying. But if you already don't have like a social media, I prefer create a new page on Instagram, link it to Facebook, and then create a new TikTok. Do you understand? And link it all to your WhatsApp, because at this point you already have a WhatsApp. WhatsApp is where you do communications. Don't do major communications on these apps. People will be wasting your time here. So if somebody's serious, you tell them, message this number. Let's talk on WhatsApp. And also, because a lot of hacking can happen on these apps, and you could compromise your information or your business. So I prefer going straight to WhatsApp. WhatsApp is safe. I've never heard of anyone being hacked on WhatsApp. I don't know about you, maybe, but like I've never heard of anyone being hacked on WhatsApp. So you start off by creating a TikTok. TikTok, you post, like you post every day. You post at least 10 videos of the product, because by the time you go to your supplier, right? Maybe you're looking for a supplier, you need to have already made like videos. Maybe you're passing by anywhere and you see wigs. Just ask if you can take a picture or a video or something, mostly a video. I prefer taking video. At least have at least 3 videos on hand before you create your social media pages. 3 videos. So you can literally keep reposting those same videos until somebody asks and says, I need this, until somebody buys from you, and you can go take other videos. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So this is your best friend. TikTok, Instagram, you can post on the reels. Facebook, you can just link since you've linked your Instagram to your Facebook, the content on your Instagram is going straight to your Facebook, and you can repost that same content to Facebook pages. Look for Facebook pages like marketing business pages, blah, blah, blah. You can also join WhatsApp groups if that's something you have access to. Or I even forget, this is the most important part actually. I think I should have started with this. This is the most important part. How you're going to be receiving money. So if you're a South African citizen, obviously you can get a time bank by just using your ID. I think, is there an age limit? I'm not really sure. I think you have to be either 16 or 18. It depends. You go to Time Bank, you open your account. You can open an account just using your ID. They don't even require much. You can even open it online and just go to a branch like a Boxer store and receive your bank card. That's how simple it is to create a Time Bank card. Low-key, the same with African Bank. You just go to their branch and you open an account. And I recommend these accounts because they don't really do too much when it comes to bank charges and all that. So these are the ways you're going to be receiving money. You can either use, if you don't want to go that route, you can use e-wallets or cash send. You can tell somebody no. You can just say, hey, our bank account is down right now. Oh no, you can just say, bruh, no, we don't accept EFTs. We only accept e-wallets and cash sends. And because every type of bank does this. They have a form of an e-wallet type of situation where you can send money and somebody can go withdraw the money. So you can use this. Or you can go to a Time Bank or African Bank. You can use Capitec if you want to, but the charges still, But I recommend Time Bank. The best bank. It's easy to navigate. It's super simple. Time Bank is your best friend. I'm about to wrap up this video and I have a few suggestions for you. Just a few suggestions that I think if you're going to use this type of business model, you should really consider. You should, as I said, use Time Bank or African Bank. This is the best type of bank for beginners or anybody who's trying to get into like a money mindset or whatever. There's even ways you can save your money, like create like a savings, whatever. But like we're not talking about Time Banks here. We're talking about the types of banks that you should probably use. Get your supplier's number. The moment you get a supplier that you know is trustworthy and whatever, get their number. I explained it before that it would be way easier to get information. Let's say a customer says, I want a bob wig. Do you have it available? And you don't have a supplier's number. How will you answer that? You can say yes, and then you go to the supplier and the supplier says no. So always have your supplier's number. Oh, also, this is an additional, I feel like an additional point. Have more than one supplier. Always have more than one supplier. Have more than one supplier. Trust me on this. You should have at least like 3 or 5 suppliers and all their numbers on your phone, because they're going to give you different prices and for different products, and you ask them each and every time. Let's say somebody wants to buy a lace wig, you ask each and every one of your suppliers and be like, yo, how much is this? And then they'll give you different prices, and you go with the best price. That's going to give you the most profit. Do you understand? And this is another point. Before you start marketing, or you can start marketing and figure out the prices later, but I find this to be very stressful because you can undercharge or overcharge somebody. But like, find a supplier first and then figure out the prices according to their prices. You understand? So price before you start your marketing. This is what I believe. Price before you start your marketing. And for delivery, you should use Courier Guy, because Courier Guy is an option. It's like nowadays they change the prices. It used to be 100 Rand for anybody around Joburg, and anybody who's out of the province would be 160. So nowadays it's now 110 for Courier Guy. For shipping, it's now 110. Use Pexi. Pexi is cheaper, but it takes more time. Pexi is like 60 Rand for 7 to 10 shipping days, or 110 for 3 to 5 working days, shipping days. Courier Guy is the easiest and the fastest, but it does charge more. If you're out of province, 160, but now I think it's 170, I think. Yeah, I think they moved it up. I think they just added 10 Rand. I think it's now 170 or something if somebody's out of the province. And if the person is in an area where it's like considered high risk, they'll charge you like 180 or something like that. So you should always, but Courier Guy for fast, because if I was to send something today, it's gonna arrive tomorrow. Pexi, it takes a little bit of time, depending on the price that you paid. If it's 60 Rand, 7 to 8 days, 7 to 10 working days. If it's 110, obviously it's gonna be 3 to 5 working days. It depends. Within those 3 to 5 working days, the shipping will get there. So these are my suggestions to you. Hopefully this whole list of mine has been useful to you. If you don't really want to go through the hassle of finding a supplier or whatever, DM me and I'm gonna send you more information. And I already have I'm creating a PDF file with the information now and how to run this whole thing, and it goes into deeper. It delves deeper into the details. Hopefully what I've explained in this video makes sense to you, and you can use it to start off or kickstart your own business. You can, by the way, you can use this model to start off any type of product-based business. This is a product-based business formula, and you can start it as long as you have a supplier. You can start this business and you follow the steps that I showed. As I said, if you don't want to go through the hustle of finding a supplier or all that jazz, I'm going to create a WhatsApp group to involve anybody who would want to be part of this whole creating and starting your own and kickstarting your own business. Mind you, there's a lot of people already doing this. Now it's all about marketing. You can start this game, like you can literally start this whole thing today. I'm going to create a PDF manuscript that's going to dive deeper into the details of everything. It's going to dive way deep into the details and where to get. As I said, I cannot say the names of most of these places because, you know, I don't know, infringement, copyrights and all that, Copy Act, and I don't know. I cannot say most of the things, but like, you get what I'm trying to say. Hopefully this video has been helpful. I support you on your journey to being a mini boss. We start off somewhere before we get to be bigger bosses and own like bigger companies. So shout out to you for wanting to be the one to change your financial situation. No longer be a broke student. This is something you can do on the side or you can do it full time. Anybody can do this, but I suggest anybody who's 16 to 25 because you still have the energy, you still have the bravado, bro, the drive, the hunger to run around. Still subscribe. Recommend this video to somebody who's interested in starting things, because I'm going to be dropping tips and tricks like this on a regular basis. I'm going to make sure to post almost every day, but where I post every single day, Instagram. I post every day on Instagram. Every single day. I post like 7 videos to 8 videos on a regular day. But like if I'm tired, I'm probably going to post once or twice. But
But Instagram or TikTok,